Okay, welcome back to the second channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on, sit on down. I got a nice little story for today. I don't know if I'm going to title this video as if it's a movie review, but I don't think I can do a movie review on Doctor Strange. To keep it very brief, I saw it because Sam Raimi directed it. I thought it was going to be cool. Marvel movies aren't my cup of tea. Usually I'm slapping my belly and giggling along with everybody else, but this time I was just it's a bit of a slog. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. So if you don't want any spoils after that, fucking don't watch this video. I wanted to make this video today in regards to my experience with going to see this movie in the theater. I have never had an experience like this before in my life. You know, people talk about how Marvel or MCU fans at movies are very emotional and dramatic. I've seen a couple in theaters, nothing like opening weekend or anything. But it's all just been, you know, a little bit of laughter from jokes here and there. I don't think I've ever had, you know, any bad experiences until this showing of Dr. Strange Multiverse Madness Multiverse. What a title. We go to 2 multiverses.
I'm retarded?
It's crazy. It's a multiverse of myth. I can't even believe it. I just wanted to break this down and see if anybody else had an experience like this, or if this was just like the fucking solar system aligned and like a god ray shot into my theater and then I became cursed for an evening, or if I wronged or killed somebody in a different lifetime and finally the punishment is caught up. Which I'll be glad to get in this story right after this sponsor. Are you experiencing hair loss? You need Keeps. Keeps is a discreet online subscription service that delivers hair care right to your door. 2 out of 3 men will experience hair loss by the time they're 35 years old, but you can prevent that. With Keeps, you get doctor-recommended hair loss treatments that are personalized to your situation. In just 6 months, you'll start to see the difference. Keeps is committed to you and your hair growth needs. They provide 24/7 support with easy access to medical advisors, and they even give you refill reminders so you don't have to fall out of your routine, you silly goose. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/papameat or click the link in the description. That's KEEPS.com/papameat. Whether you're looking to prevent hair loss, stimulate hair growth, or just take better care of the hair you have, Keeps has you covered. Back to the video. So let me break this down for you. Now I want to say that I saw this film at an Alamo Draft House somewhere in Texas, so my experience may be different because of this, you know, theater, whatever. Like at the beginning, I think that there was 2 things at the beginning of the film that they said was catered to just Alamo Draft House. And the first thing was learning what tutting is. And that's like the fucking, you know, hand things he does in the movie to summon portals and stuff. Which is fine. You know, hey, if you want to tut yourself away. You know, fucking tut me timbers. Like, do what you have to do. But watching a theater full of people try to follow along with the hand signs, and when I'm saying a theater of people, it was probably like 70% of the theater doing this. And I'm pretty sure one guy was just doing Naruto, like, jutsu hand signs. Like... the other thing that was specified to the theater, apparently there's a Bob's Burgers movie coming out. I really didn't know this.
Unbelievable.
It was a short film called Butt Fever. Every time that they said butts or they were like dancing with their butts, a small like elevation of noise started to begin and rumble. Oh, you know what I mean? And then it just went into full laughter, like really hard belly laughing off of him being like, I like butts. And so it's just like screams. It's fucking insane. We're not even in the movie and we're already in some rough pumpkins. Like this is going to be a rough viewing experience. We get to like one of our first jokes, which I hate when movies do this. Like this girl from another dimension comes there and she's like, oh, what are you talking about, Spider-Man? And he's like, oh, it's a man with, he's half man and he has the powers of a spider. She says, what, does he shoot webs out of his butt? Let me tell you something. People spitting like, yeah, whoa, what? Like, I mean, like hooting and hollering, people clapping. Guy in our row was like, he like, kicked his legs up and fucking kicked. And he hit the back of the person's chair, bam, to the back of their chair. And they didn't even mind. They like looked back and they were like, I can definitely tell though, the soy face, like I realize now how based in reality that is. It was fucking incredible. There's Mr. Fantastic in this movie in a group called the Illuminati. Which I know some people are like, that's actually in the comics. But it's like, come on, really? But Mr. Fantastic is Jim, or John Krasinski, Jim from The Office. And as soon as they saw him, and he was like, hello, Dr. Strange. Everyone's like, Jim from The Office! Like that, in that cadence. Jim from The Office! Voice cracks and stuff, and people clapped. And just by people saying Jim from The Office. Same thing kind of with Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart was Professor X.
Oh, they're in the front room! What?
It is pretty funny because they clapped and cheered for that, but then he gets his neck snapped, and then people were like, ah, ah, ah. So that was fun. A lot. It was very Shakespearean. Like I felt like I was watching a play in front of me. Everybody said, ah, ah, ah. While this is all happening, and you're listening to these people clap and laugh and have a good time, because that's what they were doing. The guy sitting next to my editor was ordering wings, like a lot. Like if you've ever been to an Alamo Draft House, you order, like you write something on a paper and then some guy fucking like army crawls up to you in the dark and he's like, okay, so you want this? Okay. They run off, they like do like this weird like bent over like fucking goblin run and around the theater. You see him like darting all through the aisles. They're just like, okay, so you want a milkshake? Okay, we'll go get you a milkshake. He like fucking dead sprints down there, bent over. I think they sold 10-piece wings. Like you get like 10-piece bone-in, bone-out wings. He got the bone-in wings, but like a lot. And that motherfucker was gnawing, laughing, fucking like spitting out fucking like buffalo sauce and stuff. And if I had to dive into my subconscious, that guy, I'm not even joking, probably ordered 6 orders of buffalo wings, which is like 60 wings. It was so much, to a point where the guy was like, okay, so you want 10 more? And the guy's like, yeah. He's like, okay, so 10 more, that's your 4th order of wings. Like the guy talking to him being like, that's your 4th. I don't know if you're consciously aware of this, but that's your 4th order of buffalo wings. And the guy has like fucking like buffalo sauce on his fucking fingers and his hands because he's gone through like 70 napkins. And he's just like, yeah, I want another one. So the guy's like, okay, and he fucking goblin sprints down the dark alley again. It was pretty good. And then as you're watching the guy goblin sprint back and forth, you also start to see the silhouettes of people. Normal heads, maybe a hat there too. And then I was looking, and then I saw the collars of like like Dr. Strange's cape. And I was like looking around, and I saw probably like 12 people in Dr. Strange capes. And I kind of like sat there, and I thought, I'm like, a week after the movie's been out, people are still dressing up and going to the movie? Like, is that a thing? Is this a themed night? But I wanted to preface that because during the movie, I had a couple drinks and I got bladder full. I just had to go take a piss. And when I go in the restroom, I see 4 people in the restroom, and one's in a stall taking a shit. 3 are taking a piss, but they all wearing capes. So I think it's like a friend group, and they were bickering with each other about the power level of Scarlet Witch, who was like the main enemy in this movie. So they're like, she is too strong. I'm out of this movie right now. It's like, I'm subverting my expectations. Well, she did blow up Vision's head. Shut the fuck up! So as I'm waiting, I'm listening to this conversation, and finally the wise man taking a shit probably squeezes out a turd, and he's like, actually, Scarlet Witch in the comic books is really powerful, so I think they're being true to the comics. And all the guys collectively like, oh, okay. And they kind of get done peeing at the same time, which I thought was really impressive. And they turned around, and then when they saw me, then they continued their conversation, but they're whispering. So they're just like, I still can't believe that she's able to do that, even though in the other movies, Britt, get off it, dude. I told you that she has all these things. You didn't even watch WandaVision. Why would I do that? I don't even have Disney Plus. Why you don't have Disney Plus? That was it, whispering the whole time. Just like, just talk normal. This is a public, you can talk about not having Disney Plus. I digress. The movie is starting to come to a close. We're starting to have like the final fights and stuff, and I was incredibly surprised. Dr. Strange defeats Scarlet Witch, and a guy standing up, didn't see him at the beginning when the lights were on. I don't know how this happened, but he was in a full Jedi outfit, and he got up and he swung around a blue lightsaber. And people were like clapping and like cheering him on, and they're like, "You're the man!" You know what I mean? But the movie came to a close, and as people were getting up, there were people who were still seated. They couldn't believe the spectacle they just saw.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
A couple people just mouths open. Someone said, I can't even imagine where they go from here. And I just thought that was funny because it was just a Dr. Strange movie. And it's like they've done life as we know it, like cut in half by the snap of a finger. But this is the thing where it's like, I don't even... What do we do from here? It's crazy. This experience, I was mulling it over for a while. And I thought to myself, you know, I noticed a lot more of the negative than I did the positive with the entire experience. Not even the film, but like the people, the interactions, everything that happened. And it kind of made me think, what a big old grouch I am. Just a big old grouchy bear. You know, if I had just an ounce of the optimism and happiness that these people felt towards these movies and these experiences, I'd probably be living a better life. I would probably be 3 inches taller. I'd be skinny. I would probably be still married. It's a crazy thing to think about, but I think moving forward, I think I'm going to try to be better. I think I'm going to try to go into these experiences with more of just a lens of trying to have fun. Because what else are we trying to do if we go to the movie theaters, you know? So you know what? I think Marvel fans, you're going to turn me for the better. There, I said it. Quotations. Marvel fans, you're going to turn me for the better.
I'm retarded?
There it is. And just a beautiful reminder, you have until June 7th to submit your art to the art contest we have, the $1,000 prize. If you didn't see my million sub thank you video thing, you can get all the information there for this beautiful art contest. We already have 400 submissions. It's beautiful. So much shit's coming. You know, you have an entire month, but people are just gunning it. It isn't, you know, first come, first serve. I just want people to know that. So join the art contest, post it on Reddit, be a part of the community, have fun, have a good weekend. God bless.